Let's go, baby. How we all doing today? We're back. We're back. Hola, amigo Gonzalo. Mr. Bill, good morning, everyone. How we all doing today? Looks like we're just pushing to that high of yesterday. And let's see if this uptrend can keep going. We've been pushing up the last many days. I don't want to doubt this movement. Looks like we got a nice, concise uptrend going. Let's see what ends up happening. Do we got any news today or nah? Yeah, no more 90% off. 71% off now though. 71% off. So still a great discount, but yeah, 90% off. No más. No más. But looking at yesterday, we essentially had two range-like structures. Like overall, if we look at a midline, it's really just where we were playing at the start of the day. That swing high, right at market open, turned out to be like the midline of the day. So now we're back at that top of the range. Top of this potential resistance. Might be time to start working lower again, but who knows? Let's go, baby Scoot. Let's go, Snake Eye. Let's do it. Let's do it. 5 new counts again. Actually, I got a surprise for you guys. I got 10 accounts going right now. I got 10 accounts. I bought 10 accounts with the 90% off. So I did trade them a little bit yesterday. So essentially, this is what we're working with now. We got 10 accounts. We're about 750 in profit in each. So let's see if we can get these evals passed now. You know what? I'm freaking done waiting. No more of this BSing around, taking 1 day to blow these accounts. But man, we got our win rate very high the last couple months. Let's go indeed. It's just these evals is a whole nother process. I honestly contemplated just stopping using prop firms because it's a whole other ball game in itself, trying to make money but also trying to pass in a certain amount of days past your eval accounts. So we just gotta stay consistent, patient, and not force anything. We'll be solid. We just gotta take our time. Don't need to force anything. That's what it's about, baby. That's what it's about. Let's go, Snake Eye. Let's go. Zero emotion. 10 contracts only, baby. I am going to use 5 contracts per trade, at least for the evals. But I mean, it's very high risk. But let's try to pass these in the minimum amount of days. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we're still making higher highs. We're still pushing up. So this opening, if you took this long right at market open, you'd be chilling right now. You'd be chilling, making a killing. Opening little move. Opening 5 minutes. 5-6 point move, not bad. But let's take a look at the daily again. A next potential upside target would be, if you look at this bullish bar, October 16th high, about 44.14. Say 44.14. So we got about 8-9 points to go. 44.14 is my upside target. Don't want to get caught shorting in an uptrend or going counter trend, so everything's pointing up. It seems like it can lose steam at any moment, but until it clearly shows signs of reversing, I'm only going to go with the trend. With the trend is your friend. That's how we say it. Don't bend the trend, go with the trend. The trend is your friend. All right, we're coming back, testing that EMA. Let's see how we react. Let's see if we push below. If we do, might just be a little fake out short-term correction before we continue working higher. That's what I want to see. I want to see us get back above the EMA now. See a little pullback, which is good. It's a good and a healthy uptrend. You want to see these pullbacks. Gives you more opportunities to actually go long. But we just got to wait for that setup. But essentially what happened yesterday, had one big losing trade, 8 contracts, 1 trade, and only had a few $100 to spare in terms of the trailing threshold. Not because I even was essentially losing money. I basically got back to break even on the accounts, but still blew them because of the live trailing threshold. But essentially then I just, once I only had a couple $100 left, I was like, you know what, let me just throw away these accounts. Let me get some new ones. I didn't throw them away. I just kind of took a couple trades right after I ended stream. Just like, all right, let me see if this trade will work out. Let me see if this trade will work out. If not, let me get some new accounts. All right, so we had the leg down. We're having an attempt to go back higher. Let's see what I'd like to see before going long is, let's take out this swing low right here, right at 4,400.5. So we're at that psychological level, right around 4,400, and might just be time for a little bit of sideways movement. But we essentially have 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, all with the same low. So we take that out. We're going to take a lot of stops out, and then it might just be time to resume the uptrend. So that's what I want to see. I'd like to see us come back below this area, test it one more time before working higher. Especially because we have this nice little downtrend working. We had the break. Let's test the low again. Then let's go higher. So Powell, he did speak about 15 minutes before market open, but didn't create too much commotion right now. I mean, obviously, we're only 10 minutes into the market opening, but I think what's happening now, we're just so far gone in terms of how far we've moved up from just a few days ago, where it's starting to slow down a little bit. Traders getting a little hesitant to push the market higher. And honestly, a couple things could happen. We might just start rocketing down. Or we might, I mean, who knows, man? We might honestly be all the way with our sights set on 4,700, making new highs. But I don't know. This move that we've been having the last, how many, 5, 6, 7 trading days, definitely not too sustainable. Okay, so here's that next attempt to go below the EMA again. Might just be sideways for a little bit, but I'm definitely seeking us to test, let's call it 4,400 again. Let's test 4,400. Then let's go higher again. How are y'all doing in the chat? If you guys are new in the chat, let me know down below. Let me know down below if you're new. Interact with me a little bit. Come on. Give me some company. But welcome in if anyone is new to the Moo Trades live stream, baby. Let's go. Okay, so now couple different things are going on. If we're counting from the high of the day, this is our first, second push higher. And it's also counting from these lows right here. It's our first. And then if we work lower again, it'll be a second entry short. It'll be a second attempt to go lower. So it'll be sort of a double trap in one if we continue working lower, if we break below these swing lows. The longs will get trapped, and the shorts will see that second entry long, second entry short, two-legged pullback.
Order.
And it looks like we're just pushing higher. Looks like we're not going to go lower just yet. So now, ideally what I'd want to see is another test at the EMA. And then I'd look to see a higher low above the EMA. So let's see. If we break below this bar, this doji bar, that'll create that second entry short we were talking about. So if we're counting from these lows, it's our first, second entry short. You can see two clear legs up. One leg here, two legs like that. But if this bar prints very bullish, then it'll create a trap of that short setup. So it doesn't mean we're going to go higher. It might just mean that this second entry short is actually going to work out. And then we finally do take out these lows right here, 4,400. But I mean, if we were to reverse higher here, then all those shorts who were looking for that short setup above the EMA would be trapped. Because ideally you'd want to see that second entry short below the EMA if you were gonna go counter trend and start selling. So here we're testing the EMA again. If there's a nice bullish bar, I'm gonna hop in and long. So let's see how this bar prints right here. So we're getting some hesitation. It's just a couple conflicting beliefs, because ideally we should come back, test this 4,400 level, but also we're obviously in a huge uptrend. So, I mean, now the fact that that bar closed below the EMA might be a signal that we are coming back to take out these lows. But who knows? Who knows? We're just looking a little sideways right now. Okay, and here's that reversal bar. Here's that reversal bar. Or is it? Or is it a trap? But now bars are starting to get a little stacked, so it's tough. It's honestly tough to take a trade in either direction right now. Just looks a little sideways, a little too sideways for my liking. So potential long setup here would be that failed second entry short, but the bars just look very stacked. Okay, so that long entry just triggered. Counting from this low, we went up once, twice. Honestly, I'm gonna take that long. I'm gonna take that long. Let's see if we get filled here. What's up, Rev? What's up, Rev? How you doing, man? Rev the master. If we go down a couple ticks, we'll get filled. All right, so we're in the trade. 2-point risk, so low risk trade. But we are with 5 contracts, so let's see if we can have one more tick up, one more push up, get in for a scalp, and out for a scalp. I mean, it looks like this EMA is holding, but we're kind of going flat. That's the only thing giving me a little pause. Okay, one more tick, one more tick. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. So in and out with 4 contracts. We're gonna leave 1 contract as a runner. Let's see if we can keep working higher. I think if we take out the high of the day, we had another nice bullish bar right here, another higher low. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're making new highs. Now we're just playing with free money. I'm gonna just move my sell stop to break even. So if we take it out, it's all good. But hopefully we can get a nice runner out of this. Let's see if we can keep working higher. Is it at all possible that this is the correct uptrend? It's possible. It's possible we were just bouncing off the bottom side of this channel as well. I might have just had it drawn incorrectly. That honestly looks more accurate to me. So hopefully it is accurate where we're bouncing off the bottom side of this trend channel, and now it might give us an opportunity to work to the top side of the channel, to that 44.14 level, which was I believe October 14th, that level we were looking at. October 14th high. High of day. So our stop loss is exactly where the EMA is right now. So 21-day EMA is right where we would get taken out, and hopefully we don't, but maybe we will. We'll see. So honestly, I went long right here. This higher low, I could have went long there again, honestly, looking back. Jefe, all in YOLO. Not really. I mean, we're in an uptrend. You don't have to overthink the uptrends. We're in a huge uptrend last many days. So if I'm getting a failed second entry short, nice beautiful bullish bar, tested the EMA twice. Now looking back, it's off the bottom side of this trend channel. I mean, I'm gonna take that all day. Okay, we're gonna get at least 2 ticks out of this runner, baby. Cause I'm gonna just trail it 1 tick below this higher low we made. But hopefully we can get a lot more than that. Debating if I should just take out the runner now, but hopefully we can just take out this high as well. So 0725 made a double top. Let's trap some shorts, man. Honestly, no reason that the market should even start working lower now. So if there are traders out there trying to pick a top, in my opinion, they're gonna get trapped. So let's see. Look, we're trying to get past that high. Let's see if we do it. 44.10. That's your target. My target's 44.14. 44.14. I just hope. I mean, I'm gonna put it back to break even. I'll risk the extra 2 ticks, but I hope we don't get a runner taken out, because we might be in for a nice move up soon. We might be in for a nice move up. We'll see. We gotta just break above this triple top. We break above that, then the shorts might be trapped, and then they might switch their thinking. Okay, here we're attempting. Let's see. 1 more tick and a lot of traders will be trapped. Let's do it. All right, there we go. Okay, so I could do a couple things here. If we break higher, I could trail my stop loss 1 tick below this signal bar, lock in at least 1 3/4 points, or I could just keep that break even, risk a little more, but be potentially rewarded a little more if we have a big move up. But we haven't broken above that bar yet, so not gonna trail it yet. How are y'all doing in the chat? Who's new in the chat? In here? Let me know. How y'all doing? Got 46 viewers in here, baby. Let's go. Welcome in. Man, I'm getting nervous now. Just kidding. I don't get nervous. You gotta have nerves. Veins made of ice. Ice in the veins, as they say, I guess. But whether you're live streaming or not, you kind of always have to just not let your nerves get to you. That's what trading's about. So, I mean, we're in this trade right now. We're gonna get some free money if we start working higher. We might take out our stop. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully this EMA holds right here. We're testing it again. Let's work higher. I mean, we're at the bottom side of this channel. Let's go to 44.10. Let's go to 44.14. All right, looks like we're potentially making another higher low. Let's see what happens right here. Every time we take out a double top, triple top, and just adds more fuel to the fire. What's up? Huncho 11, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. Let's work hard. Let's work hard. Let's get a runner. Let's get a runner. All right, so this trade triggered. See if we make new highs. Let's go. Let's go. Let's push up. Let's push up. Come on. The market is moving a little slow. Not too much volume. Not a crazy amount of volume, but doesn't mean you can have low volume does not mean that you cannot have big moves in either direction. Low volume just means it takes a little more time for these bars to print because we're using a tick chart. So that's also why I prefer using tick charts rather than time-based charts, because it's all based on what's currently happening. In a time-based chart, it's just all based on time. The market conditions aren't really at play when it comes to the bars being printed. Here, it's all based on the amount of transactions happening live. So we got one more tick. We might be taken out. Let's see. At least we'll get 1 point out of this. But maybe we won't. Maybe we'll get more. Maybe we'll just push higher right here. All right, so we got 1 point. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. So it is starting to look a little bit sideways. See if we can get another setup, baby. Honestly, looking back, if I wasn't in the first trade where I have this second green arrow, that was an excellent trade right there. Higher low, following some congestion, following the second test at this EMA. That higher low just confirmed we were going up at least a little bit, and we did go a little bit higher. So if you went long here, would have been good for about 2 points. But now we're officially having that break of this uptrend. So what I have now drawn is just the bottom side of this trend off the swing lows. Got 3 touches here, 4th, 5th confirmation. Looks pretty accurate to me. It looks pretty valid. Also, if we take a look at the midline, look how precisely we touched once, we touched twice, we touched 3 times at this midline. So to me, it looks pretty valid. So here, we're getting that second entry long, but we're below the EMA. So we might trap some longs right here who are going long below the EMA, where, like we've been talking about, we don't want to just ignore this little short-term, concise trend where we had 1, 2, 3, 4 bars all with the same low. So essentially 4,400 might be an area that we could come test again. We'll have to just see. Like pretty much what happens here is going to tell us if we're going higher or lower. Just depending how we react to this EMA. Do we break through it, push up in a strong way, or do we get rejected and work lower? That EMA is going to tell us what we're going to do. And it looks like it's telling us that we're gonna go lower and trap some longs. Maybe. If we're only looking at that one bar. Okay. So if we break below here, yep, we just did. It's essentially a long trap. Thanks, Snake Eye. Thanks, Snake Eye. So the reason this is a trap trade is because there's two attempts to go higher. Now we're breaking below this low, and we officially broke below that 4,400.5 as we were talking about. So that's essentially what I wanted if we were actually going to continue working higher. If we're going to continue working higher, you want to see these pullbacks. In a healthy uptrend, you don't go straight up. So the fact that we came out, took out these lows, in my mind, now I'm just thinking, okay, took out those lows, made the shorts happy in this little short-term move. Might be time to start going up again. You want to see these pullbacks if you're looking to go with the trend. And obviously, if we're in a huge uptrend day, it makes most sense that the high probability trades are going to be to the long side. Oh, my bad. I was on mute. But essentially what I was saying is, now that we've traded so far low and we're at that 50% mark, we're at that 50% retracement, we're at the midline of the day, you usually don't see that in a strong uptrend. So just like that, you got to be able to flip on a dime. At first, I was thinking, okay, we're in a strong uptrend, but now looking back, this looks a little more accurate to me, where this is the correct uptrend. We had the break, had a couple of legs to a new high, and now we're working lower. But we're moving fast. We're making lower lows, we're making lower highs, and we're moving at a fast pace. So all the shorts, they're licking their chops right now. They're saying, finally, these longs are getting a taste of their own medicine. They're getting trapped. When in reality, all the shorts, as we kept making those higher highs, as we kept making those moves up, pushes up above previous highs, they were getting trapped, but now everyone's piling in. Now everyone's piling in short. So looking back, this was a nice reversal setup. The reason I didn't take it is obviously because, I mean, we had a different uptrend drawn, but you're playing the price action like this, where this is the structure, this is the break of the structure, this is the test at the new high. This is a perfect reversal setup right there. Below the EMA, second entry long failure. Boom, look at this move. Look at this move. I was on mute before because I was coughing. So I put it on mute for a second, but then forgot to put it off mute again. All right, let's see what we got. Now, what I want to see is a pullback to the EMA again, but I'm switching gears. I'm gonna look for a short setup. You always want to go with the trend. If you're in a downtrend, the high probability trades are most likely going to be going short. If you're in an uptrend, the high probability trades are most likely going to be if you're going long. So now it definitely looks like we're in a range. The lows of the overnight is my potential target, 43.87. So what I want to see is one leg up, two legs up to that EMA. Then it'll give us opportunity to hop in. Okay, there's that first entry short. That first leg has been officially created. Now let's see if we can get a second leg. All right, let's see. Do we come back to that EMA? Looks like we are. Looks like it might be the setup that we're looking for. Let's see. Can we test that EMA and quickly reverse back down? So if we're counting from this low, we went up once because we broke below. That's our first opportunity to go short. First entry short. Coming back higher now. If we then have a bearish looking bar, reversal bar, and work lower, that'll be a second entry short. And that'll be that textbook setup in a downtrend. We just got to have that second push up. So we already made that first push up. So it's all based on psychology. Traders are going to try things twice before they get smacked in the face. So they already tried to go short once. Usually, when you try a second time, it'll work out. But same thing to the long side. If you're going long here, you went long once, you got thwarted. You went long again. If this bar starts moving down, the longs are going to be trapped. But it doesn't look like we're working down just yet. Okay, let's see what we got here. It's two clear legs up. Two clear legs up. Let's see how we finish right here. I want to see us work lower, close below the EMA. But I don't know if we're gonna get that right now. All right, I'll be right back. Gotta make a quick bathroom stop. Be back in 2 minutes. All right, we back. We back, baby. All right, so there's that setup that we want to see. Now, because it happened above the EMA, I want to see a lower high confirmation that we're going lower. If we get a lower high here below the EMA, that's exactly what I want to see. Okay, let's get a lower high. Let's get a lower high. Okay. So if we tick one tick above this previous bar, all right, there we go. Now it gives us an opportunity for a lower high to be created. It just all depends on what happens now. Let's see. Let's see. Can we work lower? Can we work lower? Doesn't look like it yet. Doesn't look like it yet. But maybe. Might just be a little doji bar. Yup. Doji looking bar. I'm not going to take that. But other than that, this is a great, great short setup. If the bar was closing near its low, that's what I would have wanted to see. Would have been a second entry short and then a lower high confirming that second entry short. So if we're counting from this low, you got 2 legs up, 1 leg here, 2 legs here, lower high, below the EMA, but no good signal bar. Still might work out though. Still might work out. I'm definitely seeking 43.95 as a target. But we're not having crazy movement like we have been having. I mean, from the low of the overnight 43.87 to the high we made, exactly a 20-point move. 20-point move ain't nothing in this market. What's the percent success with second entries? My personal rate, or in general? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention. I mean, like we were before yesterday, we had like 15 winning trades in a row. So like the evals that we just had, we were basically 100%. We were basically close to 100%. But I mean, any second entry, and I mean, I have no idea. You can find second entries all over the place. It all matters just on the context. Like here we had a second entry right there, but we ended up working lower. I mean, would it have worked out? Yeah, it might have worked out for 1 point, but it's the wrong context. We're below the EMA. Everything's telling us we're pointing lower. You don't want to take that. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what any success rate is other than your own personal success rate. Okay, and here's that move down. So I'm curious if I reload this chart, if this signal bar will reprint as nice and bearish, because that's exactly the move that I wanted to see. We just didn't get that. We didn't get that excellent signal bar. So let's zoom out just to give us an idea of the last few days. I mean, we've been very sideways after boom, 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 update. So if we know anything about uptrends, when you see the sideways movement, you see the pushes to a new high, might be time for a reversal. Doesn't mean it's today, but at some point, it's possible. Okay, let's see if we make another lower high here. You took that for 1 point, Bill? Okay, okay. All right, let's see if we get another lower high here. I'm still seeing 43.95 as my downside target. But no great signal bar once again. What entry did you take, Bill? You took this entry right here? Not any rush trade. Just because the other one got profit doesn't mean you make immediate trade. I'm not fully understanding what you're saying, but yes, 100%. What do I think is the downfall of this system? You've seen more lose than win from many traders with this. I mean, that's with every system. Every system, there's going to be 90% that lose and 10% that succeed, if that. I mean, it's just like any other system. It's the downfall of the trader. Just mistakes here and there. I mean, if you follow the system, I mean, I've proven it. You can be in that 90% win rate. It's just you have to avoid big losing days. I'll say that. You have to avoid big losing days. I think that's the number one thing, because with this system, if you do get frustrated, you have to avoid big losing days by, one, like either having a system in place where you are cut off after a certain amount, or you just have to master your psychology to the point where you're not going to ever revenge trade. But it takes a long time to master it. So also with any system, you got to be patient. You can't force it. You can't rush success. You can't rush success. That as well. In choppy days, you have to be precise with your entries. If there's no clear trend, no clear direction, you just can't trade. You just have to sit on your hands and wait. Wait for a trend to appear. You're nursing the eval back to health. I know how it is. I know how it is, man. All right, and here's that push lower. We were looking for a great setup. Didn't quite get it, but the move looks like it's going to happen without us. But yeah, on choppy days like today, sometimes it's really not even worth taking trades unless there's a textbook setup. Oh, I need a pretty nurse to help me too. That's actually why a lot of people don't succeed in this trading game, because they don't have a nice little woman massaging their back, their shoulders as they're trading, as they're getting stressed. You need someone there. You need someone to calm the nerves. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, exactly. It all comes down to the chart reader. As long as you're an experienced chart reader, if you're expert, that's the only way any trading method will succeed. You can't expect to hop in on a trading method, try it for 1 month, it doesn't work, and then say, "Oh, this trading method sucks. Like, I'm never going back to that. That's a scam." I mean, yeah, you could do that, but you're the one who lost the money. Like, you're the one who wasn't experienced. You're the one who wasn't a great chart reader. You're the one who didn't know what was going on and lost the money. So at the end of the day, yeah, you can make any system work, but what differentiates someone winning money from losing money is just how good of a trader they are. How good are you at reading the context? All right, so now we definitely took out this low. We wanted, I mean, ideally this was going to be the setup for us. Ideally, this was going to be the setup for us. We didn't quite trigger, so it's all good. It's all good. Sometimes you don't get too many entries per day. But let's take a look if it's at all possible that this is actually a wider term downtrend at play. It looks like it could be valid. Could be valid. I mean, the signs are pointing that we're going to go lower, that we are in a range, and because we're in a range, we went from the highs. If we're in a healthy range, we should go back down to the lows. Yeah, for sure, baby squid. Every method is gonna not be 100% win rate. Every method is gonna have its positives, its negatives, and at the end of the day, it comes down to what kind of trader you are and if that specific system meshes with your personality, with your trading style, with your psychology. So we're getting a potential lower high once again. Tempting setup. But yeah, I mean, there's ways to trade chop as well. If you have chop, you gotta wait it out and just wait for that move outside the chop and then take that. So like here, we weren't reading the market right at this point, but I mean, this looks pretty choppy. But if you took this short right here, I mean, that's a textbook setup right there, textbook reversal. You took that short. Yeah, that was a great trade. That was a great trade. All right, we might be getting another short setup right here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. If we do work lower here, all in the same bar, it'll have gone below the previous bar, above the previous bar, and then back down below. But doesn't look like we're in a, yeah. Doesn't look like we're going to finish bearish. Just finished doji-like, unfortunately. Unfortunately. But we might still break below it, might still just work lower without getting a textbook setup. So what happens? We just wait for the next one. Wait for the next one. Don't rush anything. So it looks like we're a little bit choppy. You definitely want to wait for this chop to resolve itself. Like if we break out the top side here, I'm not looking for long, but if we break out the top, it'll give us a reason for traders to start picking tops, picking bottoms, and then look for a failed breakout of the chop, because all sideways bars are, we just got a mini range. So how do we play the mini range? We play the failed breakout. If we break out the top side, most breakouts fail. I want to look for a setup that'll give us the opportunity to go short, because we're in a downtrend. Even if we're not in a downtrend, the context is saying we should be. So what I meant by that is, even if like this if this downtrend isn't valid and this is really what we have, we should theoretically still be working down to the lows of the day. But we're just sideways right now. We're just choppy right now. So let's see if we can get out of this chop. See if we get out of this chop. All right, and looks like we're just working lower. Looks like we might just work lower without a short setup for us, unfortunately. But essentially, what did we do? Tested this EMA, tested this trend channel line that we got. Let's see if it holds up. See if it holds up, and then we work lower again. All right. So now we're essentially having a breakout pullback of this mini range. We broke out the bottom side. We're pulling back now. Let's see if we end up reversing down here. Tempting short. Very tempting short, but doji looking bar, I'm gonna stay out. All stem, I'm gonna stay out. Yeah, still sideways. Man, oh man. Why can't we get some more volume again? It's not fair. It's not fair. Can we get some more volume or what? What's up with this? Why are these bars taking so long to print? It's not very nice. Okay. Might be getting a failed breakout of the top side. Where's my stop loss? I mean, I'm not in a trade right now. I just have these potential orders. I just got a limit order up here, market order down here. Yeah, that's another thing, baby squid. Yeah, a lot of FOMC news going on right now, election news, and as we can tell, like yesterday, the day before that, just no great trading. I mean, it's pretty sideways, and that's why like a lot of the best traders, when they see the sideways, you know what they do? They're like, okay, I'm gonna take the day off. I'm gonna take the day off. No great trend right now. No great trend. Not worth trading. And yeah, exactly what Russell's saying. Everyone's staring at the screens, trying to battle back and forth, fight with one another, and that's why we get this sideways movement. But then again, like going back to the system we were talking about before, like any system, including this one, yeah, on choppy days, you're not going to get that many great setups. It's not the fault of the system, it's the fault of the market. And sometimes you just don't get the great market conditions. If every single day gave you perfect market conditions, then it wouldn't be a market. It would just be, I don't know what it would be. It wouldn't be the stock market. It would be too easy. Then anyone can make money. All right. Still very sideways. So I guess we predicted this little mini range. All right. Finally we're breaking out the bottom. Now it's time for some fun. Okay. How many more points do we have to go to the bottom? To the bottom of the day. We're at 43.95. The low is 43.87. So it looks like such a gigantic move. It's not even a 10-point move from here to the lows. That's how small of this window we're having today is. 20 points from the highs to the lows of the day. That's nothing. That ain't nothing. All right. Still chopping sideways. But if we take a look at the EMA, still pointed down. It's not going sideways like what we had back here. This was really sideways looking back. Here, pointing down. We can't quite break above the EMA. I mean, we had one break up here, but other than that, we've just been rejected every time we try to push higher. Okay, and here's an attempt to go above the EMA. Okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. Again, 3-4 bars in a row, looking nice and bullish. What do they have in store for us now? I'm still playing this as a range, though. So even if we get rid of everything else, if we just focus on this range, this, how many points of a range is it? 92.75 to 97.75. Okay, it's about a 5-point range. It's about a 5-point range from the very high to the very low. Even if we're just playing the range, look at this. We're in the middle. We're in the middle of it. Let's see if we get a breakout at the top. Let's get a nice breakout. Let's do it. Liquidity at 4389.5. 4389. All right, let's keep an eye out. Let's keep an eye out. Let's keep an eye out for 4389. Yeah, I mean, essentially we got liquidity down here. Yeah. 4389, right around this area. Every time it looks like we're going lower, we just go sideways. Essentially what I want to see here, I actually want to see a move up to above this level, to above 4397, 4398. Then I think it might give us some momentum to go lower, or maybe we're just gonna go lower right here. Maybe we're just gonna break below 4392 and rocket down. Let's see. We're gonna rocket down right here, like a rocket. Still not pushing lower. Okay, there's another push up. So as soon as we think we're going lower, what happens? We don't. Well, let's take a look once again at this EMA. If we look closely, it's holding up every time. All right, this might be that push up that we were looking for, though. Still chopping, man. What is up with this? No volume, no movement. What does that mean? That means no opportunities. That means no fun. All right. So we are making that push up. Let's see if we get a failed breakout. All right, come on. Come on. Let's get a failed breakout right here. Let's push up above these highs, above 43.97, 43.98. Now let's work lower, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's go higher. Let's go higher. So if we also just draw a little short-term uptrend like we have here, we're essentially having a little break in it. Let's see if we get a new high and then get that failed breakout. Ball every day. 30. Let's go. I'm from Northern California. Northern California. But my ethnicity, I'm half Brasileño, half Brazilian, half Lebanese. All right, let's see if this is that failed breakout we're looking for. Let's see. I'm gonna go short if this is a good signal bar. Let's see. Let's see. We're at that 43.98 level that we've been calling out, that we've been looking for. We're at the top side of this range. Do we work lower, though? That's the real question. Are we even going to work lower? Maybe. All right, trade got triggered. All right, we're in and out. I don't know why we didn't have a runner, but would have been taken out anyway. But in and out, nice quick scalp. That's how we do it. That's exactly what we were looking for. From, I mean, what time is it? 7:46 from about 20 minutes ago. 7:26, right in this area. We were saying we want to see what happens. Let's see if it creates a range. Did end up creating a range. Textbook setup. We had this nice little uptrend going. We had our first attempt to go lower. This is our second attempt to go lower. Failed breakout. Bearish looking bar. Bang. Southern Cali, hell yeah. I mean, I graduated last year, but I was going to UCLA the last 4 years. So I'm from Southern Cali a little bit too. Not from there, but lived there for a long time. But that's why you can't be afraid of these ranges. When you get the setup that you're looking for outside of the range, you have room to the other side. That's exactly what we've been looking for, and we got it. So we could be getting a lower high here, but if we did get that lower high, it'd just be in the middle of this range again. So I'm not gonna take it, but potential setup. Yeah, so here's that lower high. I'm just not going to take it because it's exactly at the midline, exactly in the middle of this range. Might work out, might not work out, but it's also similar to a doji bar, just a very, very big stem, one tick in between the high and or the open and the close of the bar. So yeah, might be a little trap right here. We'll see. One more tick and it'll be a trap. Or is it? Or is it? Or is it a double trap? Is it a fake out trap and then we work lower again? That might just happen. Got a double top now. We'll see how this bar prints. Because the signs are saying we're going lower. Still seeing the low of the day as our target. And yeah, so if you went short here, you almost got trapped, might be bailed out. Might be bailed out. Still in the middle of the range. I'm gonna stay out of it. Yeah, nothing too enticing right here. In the middle of the range, the EMA is sideways at this point. Overall, signs are pointing lower, but you can't ignore the context right in front of your face as well. All right, and now we did trap those traders who went short here. Because we broke above that little double top, a lot of stops are going to be taken out. Now it really might be the lower high where you want to take. We'll see. Let's get our order prepared. And it's still a little stacked. Big stem. But there we go. So potential setup there. I'm gonna stay out of it because once again we're still we're still just in the middle of the range. But it looks like it might be that little fuel we needed to eventually come out, take 43.92 out. Okay, and there we go. There we go. Yep, there's that move down. All right, still sideways in the range. Man, oh man, what is it? What is happening right now? Why can't we do something nice? Why can't we have some nice movement? Can we do something exciting? My goodness. All right, and we are making that push down. Finally, looks like we're gonna take out these lows. I mean, it's inevitable. It's inevitable. Or is it? Who knows? Man, how long have we been stuck in this range? 30 minutes? Yeah, about 30 minutes. 30 minutes of absolute torture, paint drying. But as a day trader, this is what you sign up for. Not every day is gonna be gonna be beautiful. Okay, there we go. There we go. Finally moving down. All right. Now, let's see. Does this end up being a little failed breakout of this range, or do we come out and finally get to the lows of the day? That's my question. That's my question. Overall, I think we are headed lower. Whether it happens right now or not remains to be seen. But we just wait regardless. We stay patient. But in 2 days of trading these accounts, we're up about 1,200 per account. So we got 1,800 to go. 1,800 to go. You need to trade at least 7 trading days with Apex. So in 5 days, in the remaining 5 days, we need 1,800. So 1,800 divided by 5. Let's call it 550. What is it? 1,800 divided by 5. I mean 350. Yeah, 360. Okay. 360 per day. So we met our target for today. All right, very choppy. This market ain't too exciting right now. What the heck? Might be time to work higher. Because if we're looking at this as a downtrend, we had the break, made the new low. On top of the fact we're in this range, we had a failed break out of the range. Could be getting a higher low right now. But at the same time, there's something conflicting because overall context of the day is saying that we're in a range as well, and we theoretically should work to the lows of the day. Maybe it's even possible that this is the correct downtrend, where this is really just a spike, and then we get into a little bit of a less direct downtrend, just a little different angle. Couple different scenarios, but it looks valid. It looks pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. All right, now we're officially working lower. So here, this was actually a trap right there. Counting from this high, we went up once, twice, failed second entry long. Just a little risky because you'd be trading right back into the range. Let's go, Toad Man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, the whole time we were in the range, we were calling out for a setup like this. Exactly what we were looking for. So when we get what we look for, we don't second guess it. We pounce on the opportunity. Nice, nice, nice. So another tempting setup here. Another tempting long setup in this case. But I just don't know if you want to be going long. Even though we're in a range, considering we're working below the EMA consistently, we can't quite push above. I'd rather wait for a long setup than... I'd rather wait for a short setup than a long setup. Hell yeah, Snake Eye. Man, we've been green every single day. We've just had a couple huge red days in the past couple months. So I just want to get back to the PAs. Then we're gonna be taking it easy, just one contract per trade. Make it easy. No high risk trades, just one contract in and out. It'll be so good for the mental. We just gotta get there. Yesterday we could have got there. We were this close to having the PAs. And if we had a runner going on our first trade, we would have passed it and then ended up making a couple errors and got messed up. It happens though. All right, still looking sideways, but still heading lower at the same time. Still inching lower. Definitely possible that this is the correct downtrend. Look, another attempt at the EMA, another effort that looks like it's just going to be smacked down. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, but honestly, on a choppy day like today, you can't ask for much. I mean, we're up 2-0. 2 good trades. An hour and a half of trading. Hasn't led to too many great setups. I mean, we took the 2 setups that we saw. Maybe had one other potential up here. Missed it. But I'm gonna just call it a day there. I'm gonna call it a day there. I'm pleased where we're at. Slow moving market on days like today. Sometimes it's best to walk away. So we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one, everyone. Good luck. Peace.